YouTube, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to my channel, man. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been showing me love. You guys have been showing me support. And I want to continue to feed from your energy, give you guys the content that you guys are looking for, especially for you guys who are trying to get your first deal, trying to get your next deal, trying to get a deal, okay? If this is your first time here, my name is Kenny Camdoom. I am a wholesaler, a land wholesaler. I specifically focus on land deals, guys. Over the last 4 years, my business has been strictly land, and I have done multiple six figures, okay? And I'm not just lying. I have the proof. I don't need to show you guys the proof. The proof is really in the work that I put. You can even see some of the videos that I made. I mean, I've been doing deals, all right? So I actually made this channel because I want to help you guys do deals. And it's just such an amazing game. The land game is such a great space, guys. And I want you guys to be able to come in and take advantage of the opportunity that is in land. So without further ado, let's get started to the topic of today's conversation. Guys, we're talking about the worst states for you to be wholesaling in. And I'm gonna go over exactly why it's the worst states. But when I first started in real estate, I was focusing on houses, okay? I was focused primarily on houses. And the reason why I became so successful was because I switched over to land. I started doing land deals. I made my first deal with land. I just made like 2,500, guys. That was my first deal ever, and it was land. And so I decided to just focus primarily on land, and boom, my business took over. So that is kind of like my background, and that's why I really want to showcase that so you guys can know who you guys are listening to, okay? You're not just listening to some random stranger. In today's video, man, I'm gonna tell you why these 10 states are the worst states for you to operate in. The state that I started wholesaling in was a good state because they didn't have any of these rules and restrictions, okay? And if you are in any of these states, I would definitely highly recommend you reconsider operating in these states, unless you don't mind this. So these 10 states, the reason why I am telling you to stay away from them is because there's so much rules and regulations about what you can, what you can't do, how you shouldn't do when it comes to wholesaling, okay? And wholesaling, the beautiful part about wholesaling for me was, guys, I didn't have any experience. I don't have a college degree. I don't have any licenses. I don't have like anything like when it comes to real estate, guys. I didn't even finish college, okay? And so I was able to get into the land space and make a killing. And the reason why it was just because it's just an open field that didn't have too many requirements. That was something that I could actually do based on the skills that I had. It didn't require any licenses. It didn't require really that much experience, all right? And that's really the beautiful part of wholesaling, okay? These 10 states, the reason why they aren't good is because they are actually now requiring you to have a real estate license, okay? They're requiring you to have a real estate license. And also on top of that, they're requiring you to have all of these different disclosures, and they want to tell you how you should disclose it. They want to tell you, you have to put this, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. And it's just so much regulation in this space, in these states, that it makes it harder for you to actually successfully operate a business, okay? And so I'm gonna go over these states one by one. You have Illinois, you have Oklahoma, you have Nebraska, you have Kansas, you have Oregon, you have Arkansas, you have Michigan, you have North Dakota, South Dakota, and you have Minnesota, all right? If you are in any of these markets, I will highly, highly advise you learn about the laws and learn about the rules and regulations that they have set into place into these markets, into these states, guys. Because if you don't, you will get fined if you get caught, okay? That's the caveat, if you get caught, okay? The whole point of wholesaling is that why do you need to have a license to wholesale? So you're telling me that if I have a house that I want to sell and my brother has somebody that wants to buy it, and he connects me with those two, and he wants to get a small portion of that, he has to go get a license for him to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's just so crazy for me to comprehend why they're actually putting that in. But I understand, because there's a lot of people who are coming into this game that are operating, doing bad business, okay? Screwing over sellers, screwing over buyers, just doing bad business, okay? And that's why I believe these are now set into place. And I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like a lot of these other states, so it's 10 states right now, so that means we still have 40 states that don't have a lot of these rules and regulations. But I will say that it's just a matter of time until they pick up on the trend, okay? So the reason why land is so lucrative is because it's completely different than houses. It's so much more free than houses, okay? Like, you can do it virtually. You don't need boots on the ground. You don't have to you don't have to worry about termites, repairs. You don't have to worry about you know, like constructions, any of these like big things that you have to really consider when you're making an offer for a house, right? And on top of that, like, most people aren't that emotionally invested in their land, right? Because they haven't been there, they don't live there, you know, they just own it, okay? So that's why I love the land game so much better than the house game, because of that simple fact. And I really think that's one of the main reasons why I was so much more successful when it comes to land, because I wasn't worrying about, oh man, what if I got the repairs wrong? Oh man, what if like the buyer doesn't like the roof and, you know, XYZ, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much that goes into like houses that really frustrated me for the first year and a half of the business. Once I jumped into land and I realized how much more lucrative it is, like, I wouldn't even say it's much more lucrative. I would say it's kind of like the same amount of opportunity, but just like the level of the complexity of it it's a lot lower, okay? It's so much more simple. I would urge you to, if you're considering getting into real estate, to consider the land space. And if you're looking for a mentor, I'm your guy, okay? I've been doing this for the last 4 years. I made a step-by-step system that shows you how you can be able to get about the same results that I have gotten, all right? These 10 states, if you are in these states, I'm not gonna tell you don't do business in these states, but what I will say is make sure that you know the rules and regulations of these states before you go in, okay? Check out some of the links in the description as well, guys, if you guys want to learn about my step-by-step system, or if you want to get mentored one-by-one with me. Check out the link I have in the description. Otherwise, make sure that you are just very aware of where you're operating, what you're operating, and especially, I was actually trying to jump into a new market, the Georgia market. And you know, guys, my primary marketing strategy is direct mail. And so I was jumping into the Georgia market, and my mail house told me that for them to mail to Georgia, they have to have like all of these different descriptions and all of these different disclosure. I need to put on the envelope that it requires that this is a solicitation. On top of the inside the letter, I have to tell them that this is a solicitation. I was like, what? Why? Like, it's just so crazy, okay, guys? Like, I feel like it deterred me away from actually mailing in Georgia because of that fact. Because, like, I feel like the response rate is really gonna go down if I have that on the letter. And so I decided to go to a different state. All right, so that's why it's so important to have like a good team of people who know what they're doing, who know what they're talking about. If you're mailing in Georgia, guys, just be very careful, okay? I don't want you guys getting fined. I don't want you guys getting in trouble, even before you even get a deal, right? Because I'm pretty sure there are people who are just waiting for a mail to come in the house, like, yes, I just wait for these investors to send me a letter and not have any of that disclosure up front, because then I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. And so that's how some people go out of business, guys. I don't want that to be you guys, okay? That was really the essence of this video. I really wanted to bring awareness to this situation. A lot of people have been asking me about this as well. Hey, is my market good? Is it not good? And if I listed any of your markets in here, guys, just be careful, all right? Anyways, my name is Kenny Camdoom. I am a real estate investor, like I mentioned. If you like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. It helps me a lot, guys. It helps the algorithm a lot too. If you guys like this information, comment down below what type of videos, what information you're looking for. Let me see if I can make a video on it. I'm very active. I just want to build a community of people who are just trying to get the first deal. If you guys like me, gravitate towards me, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.